date somebody with a kid? No. Especially at our age, you know what I'm saying? Before 30. You, like, taking on somebody with a kid is a lot of responsibility. Especially from a man perspective. I'm gonna speak from a man perspective. Because if I meet a woman that got a kid, right? And I like her, me jumping into that situation, it's gonna be a package deal. There's no way to separate the two. So if I'm not ready for kids, you know what I'm saying, me and her can't date because me taking on that role, I'm gonna automatically gotta learn how to be a father if I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't go pick her up for dates and take her and leave the kid at home.
Yeah, I could date you, but it depends on how many children you have. It depends on the relationship you have with your mother of your children. And, you know, how many women have you sent to the motherfucking chop shop? You know, that matters too. How many babies do you have dead? You know, that matters. Same thing for women. You know what I'm saying? Because men are quick to the chop shop. I want to know how many bitches have you sent to the chop shop? Because, you know,
oh my God,
that's on your character, my nigga. You probably really got 12 kids, but like 2 living.
Depends on how many kids they got. If they got 1 kid, I think it's understandable and you can work around that. I think it varies. I mean, if you have a person that's has 1 kid and you see that they treat their kid right and understand and can show them love and care and stuff like that, I think that gives them an upper hand on someone that doesn't have a kid.
Would I date somebody with kids? More than likely not. I do have a child myself, but I feel like my situation is different. My son is a lot older, for starters, and then I'm completely detached from his father. I don't have any emotional attachment. I honestly don't have any attachment at all.
I'm gonna give you the young nigga me perspective and the older nigga me. The young, ignorant nigga. Fuck nah, bitch. You got a kid, we can't do nothing, man. I barely can even hit you, bitch. You fertile, bitch. Stick with nigga and you might have a kid on me. I can't have that, baby. Now I gotta pay child support for 1,800 years. You know what I'm saying? I gotta think about your fool ass, ignorant ass baby daddy that's coming out the penitentiary, because that's what most of y'all have around that age. So this is what we, like, hey, we gonna keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? Now the older me, I got a son now. You might could have a shot if you got 1 kid.
My personal opinion is that if you do not have kids already, I would highly suggest that you don't do it because it's going to be a waste of your time. It's going to be a waste of their time. And most importantly, if you are in your prime, ain't no reason for you to settle.
Honestly, I can't. I don't think I could date a chick with kids. Not even 1. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. It's too much baggage. Like, I feel like women already come with a lot of baggage. You know what I'm saying? They got all these bags on their back. You know what I'm saying? Bag lady. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all heard the song before. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to deal with all that.
Me personally, maybe 1. It just depends on how old the kid is. But you can't always depend on that, because a lot of women, you know, contrary to what she said, a lot of women messing with their baby father. That just is what it is. We know a lot of people that 2 years, 3 years, however old the kid is, don't matter. They got some type of relationship. They always got some type of tie back to the baby mama. So
now I gotta learn how to deal with kids. I gotta learn how to deal with her. I gotta learn how to deal with her baby daddy, which, you know, I don't really like niggas having access to my girl, so that's gonna be a problem. You feel what I'm saying? Another thing is discipline. You know what I'm saying? I may come from a family that give out ass whoopings. I meet her, and she don't whoop her kid, and he just, you know, he may be going around saying whatever he want to say, cussing, this, that, and the third, you feel what I'm saying, talking to me any kind of way, and then I can't discipline him because she don't whoop her kids. Now I'm looking at her like, and she ain't whooping her kids, so where does that leave us? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that go into that, and if you're not ready for all of it, stay far away from it completely.
With the kids that you have living, how much time are you spending with them? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a part-time father, or shall I say a Facebook dad, you know, you only post your kids on Christmas, Mother's Day, Easter, Father's Day, I don't want to deal with you either, because that means that you're not a man to me. You don't put in the work and the time. You really just show up and cut a check, you know? So that, and then I'm not going to let you impregnate me, because then I'll just be carrying another fuck nigga baby into the world. And then you'll make me another single mother, create another single mother households like Future. And then I'll be walking around looking fucking stupid. So, all in all, you know, it's a lot of different variations that go into that. You know, how quick are you to tell me that you actually have kids too?
It sounds like you can't date a nigga.
I can. It just depends. You know, there's a difference between a boy and a man. I could date a man with a child, a father. I can't date a baby daddy with a kid or a couple of kids because you're not a man to me, and I'll never respect you.
Or a couple abortions.
Or a couple of abortions. I definitely can't date your ass.
If you're dating someone looking forward to the future and they don't have a kid, neither one of you have a kid, and they can be someone that's just terrible with kids or never wants to have kids, you know, and you can't respect that. So I think if they have one kid, I think you can date them. I think you have to look past being, what she say, that team player and just be open-minded.
Most men who have children have like a really toxic relationship with their baby's mom. It's very back and forth. A lot of times she's using the child as like an excuse to talk to him, and he's using the child as an excuse not to let her fuck with other people or be around other niggas because he doesn't want another man raising his baby. I don't have time for a woman who's crazy hitting me up because y'all have a kid together and you decided to play house. I don't. I don't play house with my child's father, and I'm straight. Like, I take care of it by myself. I don't need someone to come on in with their baggage and their drama and disrupt my flow.
You gotta be doing everything. You gotta be, when we go on a date and it's me and my kid, me and you and your kid, you gotta pay for your side. My side. Let me know you can handle yourself over there. You know what I'm saying? And then once we get done with that, I'm gonna pay for you, and you pay for your kid. Hey, I gotta see something, baby. I gotta see if you gonna be handling your shit. I can't just be picking up everything and paying for all four of us, and now you calling me in your chats. I'm the new fool. I'm the nigga that's gonna be the step up to that next nigga. Nah, baby. We going to McDonald's if I'm paying for all four of us. That's real. And you and your son only eating McDonald's. Me and my son going to eat steak and shrimp on your fool ass.
Ain't no reason for you to settle. There's absolutely no reason for you to date someone with kids unless you are okay with being a team player and you're okay with making sure that that child's needs, even though it's not yours, come before you in the relationship.
Elaborate on prime. Like, when you say in your prime, like, you just got all the hoes? I mean, what's going on? I mean,
When I say in your prime, I mean when you are young, when you're youthful. That's generally when I think people blossom most as far as like dating options. So when you're young, I mean early 20s to even your early 30s, that's still very young. And I feel like that's really when you're in your prime. And I just feel like when you're at that point in your life, there's really no need to date someone with kids unless you're okay, again, unless you're okay with being a team player, then I feel like that's fine.
Like, I don't know how the father of your child's family is, you know what I'm saying? Your mother might, like, y'all might be best friends, and I don't know how well I would do with that. Y'all might hate each other, and I don't want to be in the middle of that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just too much baggage for me to date a chick with a kid or kids, you know what I'm saying? Now, it might be possible, you know what I'm saying? Like a 1% chance now, you know what I'm saying? Ladies with kids, don't cut yourself out. It's a 1% chance, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just not likely, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, the type of women.
no. I don't have no kids, by the way. Shout out to the people in the background. No chop either, shit.
Me personally, it just depends. I gotta fill out the situation, but it's hard because I like to go out. I like to be spontaneous, things like that. So when you have a kid, it sometimes kind of hold it back. You gotta find a babysitter, and all women don't always have babysitters. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that support back home. They always gotta do everything for themselves. So it's hard. It's hard out here. But it's, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta take the chance. You know, if you feel that person is worth it, then give it a shot. But if not, if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it at all, because it's gonna be a waste of your time.
It is a good amount of women that got their children, raising their kids, taking care of their household, and thriving on their own.
When you say good amount, what numbers are you talking about?
If
We need
it's
some
10 of
numbers.
them, 2 of them, I would say, is doing is well off. Don't need your ass at all.
And the
You
other
feel
8
what
on
I'm saying?
Section 8?
The other 8 is doing terrible. You feel what I'm saying? And y'all the ones that give them a bad name because y'all be doing shit like the man get with you, you expecting the man to take care of you, your kid. Before he got there, you was taking your kid to McDonald's. You was taking your kid to Jack. Now he there, you trying to go eat at Houston's. You trying to go eat at Steak 48. Now all of a sudden, us 3. You feel what I'm saying? So it's women like that. Like you trying to get a come up off me we can't work, baby.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know, the type of women that he's talking about or associating with, he's talking about chicks. These aren't women, these are chicks. These are mostly hit it and quit it anyway. Because a woman who is taking care of her family is, first of all, is never even going to introduce you to her child right away, because a woman of essence isn't bringing every man she's
what they
dating.
gotta do with the baggage,
No.
though?
That's cause see,
It's still
'cause-
baggage,
No,
though.
it's
It
not.
don't matter if she
And first of
introduces
all,
them now or
okay,
later.
so a woman having a child doesn't make her have baggage, because my nigga, you have baggage, emotional baggage, and shit you ain't probably even deal with. Okay, there's a difference between a
So
grown
it
ass.
don't make her have baggage, you saying?
No, it's different. How is she rolling? You know, does she travel the world? You know what I'm saying? Is her child taken care of? Is he well mannered? You know what I'm saying?
For me, even thinking about all that means that's
you know,
baggage.
I mean, for you to think about that, you feel like baggage, then you might not be the nigga for her, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You might not
And
be
that's
the
why
man
I'm
for
not
her.
dating a woman with kids.
Okay, exactly. But most
I might be the man
but
for her
most,
at the same time.
But
But
most
I'ma miss that
women, not most. There are the elite few of us that have children
I like the word few.
or a child who don't have a relationship with the father of their child, but they're co-parenting respectively. They are not fucking the father of their child, and possibly they could have been married at a younger age and got a divorce and said, you know, this nigga may not be for me marriage-wise, so I'm not. And she decided not to go to the chop shop, so she decided to step it up and be a woman and take care of her seed.
Now, someone with 2 kids or more, nah, you might as well go ahead and leave that alone. Might as well go ahead and hit
But what's the
and leave it
difference?
alone.
What's the difference?
2 kids, that's too many people to entertain, too many people to give you attention, and the money. I ain't spending all my money on extra 3 people. If we go out to eat, I gotta pay for a whole basketball team.
Listen, you talking
Man.
about bringing up, okay, you talking about bringing up 2 kids.
Yes.
I think 1 kid is more than enough. And I'm gonna be honest with you, ladies, under the sound of my voice, I'm so serious. I feel like women are at a huge disadvantage in the dating market when they have kids. It's a totally different ball game when you are a woman dating and have a child versus when you're a man and have a child. And why is that, single mothers? Y'all know why. It's because the assumption is that you are the primary caretaker of that child. Women, overwhelmingly, the majority of women have primary ownership, or they take care of their children.
I need Google
And
facts
so,
on that.
but not, that's the
I
truth.
need Google
That's the
facts
truth.
on
No,
that.
okay, hey, but that's the truth. And I'm speaking as somebody that doesn't have kids, but I'm here to say, like, I see single mothers and I see what they go through in the dating market, and they are not valued the same as a man with a child because they are the primary caregivers of their children. So, in my opinion, if you are a single woman and you don't have kids, I don't think you should date a man with kids, and vice versa.
But also, like, men will write a woman off, like, before they even get to know her. Like, I've had men, like, in my presence, sit here and down talk women with kids. One time, like, on the lowest of keys, I didn't trick a guy into talking to me, but I did have a really long 4-hour conversation where I could tell he was vibing with me, and I could tell that, like, I'd already got him. I could tell he liked me.
Did you ease it in there, or you just like?
We were vibing, it was a party, I could tell he was drawn to me, we were drinking, so we just talked till like 3, 4 a.m. and then at the end of the conversation, I'm like, you know, you said you wouldn't date a woman with kids, but surprise, like, I have a kid, and we went on a few dates, so I would say that they'll write you off, like, stereotypically based off the fact that most women are involved, or there's like this misconception that if you have a child, you're irresponsible, whatever, but I would say, like, I'm very young and I had my child very young, but I've accomplished more than, I would say, like 80% of women my age. Maybe in part to the fact that I had a child. So I don't think it's fair to say, oh, well, if she does or doesn't have a kid, you're not gonna rock with her. Because there are women out here like selling puss, right, at 25 years old with no children, right? Maybe she can't have kids because she had a little disease or something.
Busting
But
it
y'all
open.
are gonna date her because she has no kids and I have a kid and I'm just trash? That's not fair. Listen. Sex work is fine with me, but if you're selling your vagine, I don't want to hear
You
it.
pay the bills.
I don't want to hear it about I
Pay
have
the
a kid,
bills.
okay?
I feel like women, like young women that have kids and they single, what the fuck was y'all thinking? What the fuck was y'all family thinking? You should have went to the chop shop, man. You took yourself out the market. You know what I'm saying? You took yourself out the market. There's already a shortage of niggas. You know what I'm saying? We dying out here. A lot of them going gay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta get out your race to have a man, a decent man, that's gonna take care of you and your funky ass kid. All because you was making the wrong decisions letting niggas nut on you. That's unfortunate, baby. And I'ma pull right up on you in that Benz. That smile that you hit. I might throw you a burger or two. And then you gotta flock on, bitch. Ain't no spending the night at the highs, bitch. I'm gonna get a hotel, Motel 8. You ain't worth the Sheraton and all the Ritz-Carlton. You ain't worth that. We gonna get that hotel that let me pay by the hour.
You probably fucking 3 or 4 bitches that have been to the chop shop 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You just don't even know, cause she's not gonna tell you about all the dead babies she done had at Planned Parenthood.
And then well,
So she's not gonna tell you. So you don't know.
well,
you know.
if you just so happen to get a baby by a fuck nigga, then that has something to do with your judgment as well.
And this,
so that's why I
we're
can't. That's
talking
just
about.
another
We're,
thing.
okay,
like,
we're talking about
your judgment is
the
off.
elite.
You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about the elite few that have been married or engaged.
If you've been engaged and married and then had a child and like how elite are you? You know what I'm saying? Like I mean like.
How elite are you if you were married and you decided that the marriage wasn't working out for you? I mean, are you a child of a single mother?
No.
You're not.
No.
But do you have friends or women who have been parents and who have single mothers? And are your friends? Are you trying to say your friends?
most of my friends that are single mothers or family members that are single mothers, they throwed off.
I'm talking about you got partners, right? Homeboys.
Yeah, I got partners.
And some of them have been raised by single mothers.
Yeah.
So would you call them niggas trash ass kids because they were raised by strong black women?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't, so shut the fuck up saying that dumb ass shit. That's the stupidest shit ever. Do not turn your nose up to look down on the people who are raised. It takes a lot to raise a fucking kid. You know what? Any woman who's got her hand stuck out
just
because
you're not elite don't mean you're trash. It's a middle ground there too.
Okay, at the
It's
end
not
of the
just elite
day,
and trash.
a real woman is not looking for you to take care of her child, because if she looking for you to take care of her child and play stepdaddy, that ain't the woman you need to be with in the first motherfucking place. Okay? You shouldn't even be looking to date her or smash her. You need to keep it fucking moving. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pussy that good, my nigga. Be smart, because then you have bad judgment.
A lot of women get primary care of their kids. So, I mean, a lot of men want to take care of those kids and want to have custody, but the woman gets the custody. So he has to just see his kid for once a month and still gives her all the money, all the child support to take care of that kid. So, I mean, a lot of men don't get to have that kid. And a lot of women just use that for the money, the kid for the money, instead of using the kid to take care of the kid. So,
Okay,
I mean,
we was about to turn into child support, and
I'm just saying, but you're saying that the woman is looked at as the primary care. I mean, yeah, but a lot of men actually take care of that kid. He gives her the finances to take care of that kid, and he doesn't even get to have custody of that kid. And he's a good man.
Okay, now what are we going off of? Because, baby, I done been on Twitter, and I'm here to let y'all know. I be seeing some of these men complain about child support.
Yeah, the child support is, well, we ain't gonna go into child support.
We not.
That's another story. But what I'm saying is one kid is enough for me. Now 2 kids, and at the age I'm at right now.
I've dated a woman with kids, but not seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like she said before, I kind of take it with a grain of salt, because it's so much that go on, you know, with it. You know what I'm saying? You can, like, let's say it's the baby father's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I'ma feel, you know, if she buying that man gifts still that we not
But
talking.
that's not child related though.
Why is not?
That's not child related.
It
This is what's wrong with people. There is a relationship that you have to co-parent, and then there's a romantic relationship. You don't have to buy gifts for someone you're co-parenting with. That's romance. No, that's romance.
But it happens.
And if someone tells you that they're buying something for their baby's mama, daddy, whatever, and it's not related to the child, that's bullshit, and they're still fucking him. They're still doing it. Period.
Which is why a lot of men, don't.
But it's
take
one
the
thing.
chance.
It's one thing to say, like, I don't want my son. Let's say I had like $1 million. I don't want my son going to some broke ass nigga's house. So maybe I'll pitch in to buy a house, right? So that my son has somewhere nice to go and he doesn't look down on his father. But I'm not buying shoes. I'm not buying clothes. I'm not buying birthday presents. I just want to make sure that my kid's in a good environment 24/7.
My girl got to be exclusive to me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want her being forced to deal with no other men. And when you got a baby by somebody, like, y'all are forced to have a relationship, regardless of how rocky that is. He gonna have to come pick up the kid. You gonna have to come drop off the kid. Y'all gonna have to communicate regarding the kid. I don't want a nigga having that much access to my girl. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's real easy for that shit to go left. A lot of times, chicks that got kids and they was with their baby daddy, even if the relationship ended bad, she still love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So what that means is it's always an opportunity that it could happen, regardless of how small that opportunity may be. It's an opportunity that she can go drop the kid off and he beat her ass down. She come back to you like nothing happened. You feel what I'm saying? Now I find out about that. I got to shoot her and him. Let's just avoid that. You feel what I'm saying? So those kind of words right there make me hesitant. You know what I'm saying? So to the 2 out of 10 women that is handling their shit and on the up and up, salute to y'all. But the rest of the 8, you hoes should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm not saying that all
No.
single mothers are bad people or everybody that's got divorced are bad people. I'm just saying.
Because
I
at
just
the
gotta
end of the
question
day,
certain things.
marriage is not fucking guaranteed. So you can't tell somebody because you got a divorce, are you really elite? No, I could have decided when I got married with you that we were not fucking equally
It's
yoked.
just a lot of
or
shit.
you were a fucking cheater and a fuck nigga, and I decided.
Why you couldn't
And I
catch it? Why you
decided-
couldn't catch it early before you had a baby?
But he probably. What if he
Since
was?
you got
what
all that-
what if
all
he
that-
wasn't cheating? What if he wasn't cheating until y'all got married? What if he did? What if he slipped up a couple of times? You
Woman
decided
intuition.
I love myself more
We can talk
than
about
to
women
be
intuition
married
again.
again.
You supposed to know
what?
that already.
I hope you
You
get
supposed to
married
know
to a
that
bitch
already.
that sucks a nigga's dick in your house and breaks your motherfucking heart. And then I want to come back when you get
What? And
divorced
see-
and
and
see
see-
how fucking elite you are, my nigga. Because marriage is not guaranteed. Neither is
Facts.
the piece of
Okay.
pussy you was sleeping with last year. Where is she at?
I'm 28. So I think somebody having a kid right now, a woman having a kid right now at the age of 28, is highly likely for them to have a kid. I mean, they're 28 years old. A lot of women get freak nasty by the time they're 18 to 23 and they didn't had a kid.
Well, I'm gonna be all the way real with you. I'm 26. I'm only 2 years under you,
Well,
but
you-
I'm here to let you know. 26 years old right now, young man. If you have a kid, I'm so sorry.
Why?
See you next
What's
lifetime.
wrong with 'em?
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm not
you in
doing
your
that.
prime.
I-
See?
Yes, I sure
We know
am.
you
I'm
in your
my
prime. See?
I'm
Yeah.
in my prime, and I'm not gonna hit my prime until I'm the ripe, old, washed age of 35.
But you can miss out on a good man that loves you for you.
He ain't a
instead
good
of
man
the
if he
kid.
got kids.
How's he not a good man if? Oh
I-
my God! Wow!
Oh my God, edit that out.
If you got a girl who's buying her baby dad gifts, like, that's not your girl.
I agree. But that's why a lot of men, when they dating a woman with kids, all they do is hitting, and that's it. That's all it is.
But
Because
that's unfair, because as a kid, like, what, you're gonna whirl up into my crib, like, let me bang her out. Just because
Yes.
I have a child?
yeah, that's how
Well,
it be.
Well,
That's how it be, because
I don't think that's fair.
I'm dating
I
you.
don't think that's fair.
Okay, but I'm dating you. I'm trying to get to know you. And now,
So-
if we create a child while we're dating, that's one thing, because that's us. That's a bond we created, and that's something that's a seed that we've created.
Fuck your bond. You can't come in here and just decide you're gonna pound me out and that's it, no strings attached just because I have a kid. That's not fair. That's
But-
not fair. You don't take into account me as a woman.
Is life
so,
fair?
But when
Is
a
life
woman
fair?
has a kid, she doesn't abandon her entire identity. I'm still
That's
a boss bitch. I'm still a great woman. I still have, an ambiance about me. So how are you gonna say that you're gonna ignore all of that because I have a kid?
But maybe
That's
they'll
not fair.
come down the line. I'm just saying initially a
All
man
you wanna do
a man
is
is not gonna
smash.
say, "Damn, she got a kid. Ooh, I want to be with her."
But you shouldn't
we're not gonna
even.
do that.
My kid
We're not
shouldn't
gonna do
even
that.
jump into the realm. You should be like, damn, I want to be with her. What does she come with? Can
Kid,
I handle that?
a kid.
On a serious note, though, man, like a lot of single mothers, man, that have these kids, especially when they're young, man, they lose their hustle. You get what I'm saying? And for me, with looking at a woman, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a single dude, if I'm ever out here single, I need to see. That's the main thing I'm looking at. Where your hustle at? You know what I'm saying? Because your kids gotta see something to pay attention to. If they see your ass being a bum, that's what they gonna be. 9 times out of 10, that's what they gonna be. You get what I'm saying? If they see you out here really putting that shit together, even though you got 1 or 2, 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, hey, my mom's went and got a fucking bachelor's degree or master's degree and still had food on the table. We wasn't struggling. You know what I'm saying? We lived in an alright neighborhood. It ain't gotta be something crazy. We weren't living in the fucking hood all our fucking life. But a lot of women ain't like that. A lot of these girls, they be bottle technicians. They work at goddamn Waffle House. They done gave up on all type of dreams, man. They pole technicians talking about they want to put their kid in a goddamn private school. Motherfucking private school, $150 a month. You can't come up with that, you bum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to see if you still putting that shit together as if you ain't got no type of baggage. That's letting me know, you know what I'm saying, if you really a mother out here, or if you just sack chase.
Bottom line.
I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers or nothing, but I'm just saying.
Bottom line.
There's a lot of stuff I don't want to think about. I don't want to worry about. I'm not
And
finna
I
go
don't
back and
want to
forth
worry
with you
about
about.
if you've had chlamydia in the past 2 or 3 years. Or if you
Facts.
send a bitch to the chop shop
Facts.
either. Everybody
That's
comes
why I
with
don't
baggage.
date a woman with kids.
And I was
That's
gonna
why I
say,
date a woman.
men
You don't
come
gotta
with
worry about
baggage
me,
too.
and I don't gotta worry about you.
And
How about that?
And that's what
Just-
women that you
just
ain't
keep it
talking
just
about
like
me
that.
because you was never on my motherfucking radar to begin with.
I wasn't saying you specifically, but if you
Okay.
want to be, if you want to make it about you,
I'm not making it about me. I'm
We can
never
do it.
making it about me. I'm
Okay.
saying in general.
I'm
Maybe you
talking-
weren't on her motherfucking radar, period, point blank. Maybe your pockets weren't right. Maybe your career wasn't right. Maybe you're not tall enough. Maybe your dick not big enough. It's a lot of things that go into play into that. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it's your fucking preference to decide if you want to date somebody with children. And that's up to you, just like it's my preference.
yeah, and it's
okay
not
then.
happening. It's not likely to
And,
happen
and,
over
and,
here.
and if you don't want to date someone with children, that's perfectly fine. But also, don't be dating
I ain't gonna
someone
lie.
who introduces everyone to their fucking child, including men. If he's introduced,
Facts. Yeah, that's
you
a
know,
red
5
flag
or
outside.
that's a red
Yeah.
flag. If I
Yeah.
seen a nigga, he done had 3 different girlfriends and all of them done met his child, my nigga, I don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah,
Cause
you definitely gotta carry yourself differently if you have a child.
you have to carry, you have to move
Yeah.
differently, and it's a lot. It's a lot that comes with that. So yeah, be strategic with that shit.
It is ultimately up to the individual, but
Mm-hmm.
I can personally say that a good man to me at this age is not somebody that has kids because I don't want to be a team player. I don't want to be somebody that's going to have to wait for you to tell me, oh, I can't hang out tonight because I got to go pick up my son or daughter.
You don't wanna
Oh, I
share.
have to go. I don't, because I want to
You
come
want
first.
all your time to be your time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I understand
yeah.
that.
And I haven't reached that milestone in my life to where I've had a child. Now, if I have had a child and I met another man that had a child, I really feel like that makes things more equitable and it makes things more equal when we're talking about shared experiences, knowing and understanding what each other has been through, what it's like to actually raise a child, the financial, requirements that it takes to raise a child, the time that it takes. You would be a lot more understanding. And ultimately, I mean, I really think it's going to make a difference when we're talking about long-term partnership and serious partnership.
We already going on dates and it's $150, $200, whatever it is. Now we got a kid. That's an extra $50 because that kid's, 6, 7,
Let
8
me
years
tell you
old,
something,
eating like a
honey.
grown ass man.
If $50 is really pushing it to your budget, I will pay for my own child. I've been doing it the whole time. So don't come to me talking about, oh, it's too expensive, you and your kid. I support my kid without you.
That's good.
So if you want to roll up and he's a problem, trust me, you don't have to deal with that. But let me say this:
It's
if
1%.
you don't
1%.
want to love him and you don't want to deal with that, then I'm gonna bang you out. And I'm gonna fuck you and you're gonna go because we're not gonna have this conversation with someone who's not willing to love my son for who he is.
And guess what? A lot of men would not care at all.
A lot of men will care. Let me say this. The moment you
Fuck
flip the
me,
script,
and
niggas
I'm
is
out.
at your doorstep like, baby, why you cut me off? Why you block me? I love that nigga. I love you too. Like, don't act like you'd be okay with that. You wouldn't. You'd be sad.
If I love you, if he cares about you, yeah. But if he just hitting, he not gonna care about none of that stuff.
I feel
None of that
like
stuff.
a lot of niggas don't really just want to hit. They just like the power dynamic. But that's a conversation for another time.
Your kid is watching what you tolerate.
Exactly.
Not only what you hustle, you know what I'm saying, your hustle, but what you tolerate. You feel what I'm saying? So if you let niggas come in there, finesse you any kind of way, like it's a lot of chicks that got kids and they get lonely. So they start prioritizing niggas
Over their kids.
over their kid. You done been talking to a nigga 3 days.
Exactly.
Why is he being introduced to your kid? Why is he coming? Why is he around your kid like that? You feel what I'm saying? But you just so worried about not being lonely that you jeopardizing your kid. So me, being a man coming into a situation like that, I'm gonna be cognizant of all of that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I see that, we can't have nothing anyway.
At all.
You feel what I'm saying? So
I don't even want to know the last name, bitch. Just been over.
Ladies, if you got a child, like Shorty said earlier, like she had a conversation, she hid it for a little bit, you try that sometimes and see how that works, you know what I'm saying? Hide the child for a little bit and then come out with that, you know what I'm saying? And that may work, but off top, nah.
Or better yet,
Trying to smash and pass.
Or better yet, ladies and gentlemen, focus on your career, focus on building a bag, wait till your child is getting ready to leave the house, and then decide if you want to have a relationship with somebody solo dolo.
I agree with that. I agree
You know
with
what I'm
that.
saying?
Ladies, focus on that child and yourself.
And yeah, and get your bag up. I didn't see my mom date till I left for high school. So it is what it is. I mean, left for college. Yeah.
If you want to date somebody with a kid, you're going to have to be a team player. There's no way around that.
Well, I think all of us have problems in our past that somehow we didn't have a kid with somebody that we loved at one time and somebody didn't have a kid with them. That doesn't make them a bad person or that you can't resolve or help them in that
not at all.
situation.
But pair up with somebody else that got
I'm not
a kid.
I'm not gonna count out that one kid as a sole thing being, oh, I can't be with this person. Even if I'm in my prime or out my prime, I can't count out that they had one kid to say that, hey, I can't be with this person. Because that person with that one kid can still be a great man or great woman or whatever it is, still be able to take care of that kid and give you the amount of time that you need. You don't need that time 24/7. Because if you have their time 24/7, then y'all gonna get tired of each other.
No, it's not about having time 24/7, and that's not what I'm saying. Because anybody that knows when you're in a relationship, even with a single person that does not have kids, you don't want to be around 24/7. That's not it. My issue is when it comes to planning, when you want to see somebody or spontaneous, like, hey, I want to take you out and I want to do this, it becomes a lot more strategic, and you have to be a lot more strategic in your planning when you have children. And I just feel like for people that do not want to do that, you should take that into account, because it's a lot that comes with having a kid.
You're right.
I mean, it just is. But like I said, if you're okay with being a team player, I think that that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I
agree with you.
caution people to say.
If you're in your prime, leave the people with kids alone. If you're not in your prime, leave the people with kids alone.
No, that's not what I'm saying, man. Come on, that's not what I'm saying.
All in all, you guys should not be quick to judge people who have kids, but you should be very careful if they are still attached in any way romantically to the parent of the other child.
Yes, do your research, find out what the relationship is like, and then, you know, decide from there. But if that's not what you're used to, make sure you communicate that to that partner. Make sure that they make you comfortable whenever you're trying to date them. But if not, if it seems uneasy and, you know, she can't communicate properly, then nah, that ain't a good thing. Just hit that thing and let it go.
I don't think you need to hit it and let it go. I don't think you need to do that. But everything else he said is good.
The main reason people can't deal with kids is because people can't handle coming into a relationship and being prioritization number 2 right out the gate.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That right there is hard. So like when you first start talking to somebody, you want to spend a lot of time around them. You want to hit them up spontaneously. Hey, pull up on me. I'm about to go do this. And she can't when you got a kid. You feel me? You got to make, you know, plans. You got to make, you know what I'm saying, adjustments to be able to do stuff like that. Right. So she may not be able to pull up on you, or he may not be able to pull up on you because the kid may have dance recital or a football game, or it might be sleep or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of people coming into that situation can't handle being the number 2 priority. And that's just what it boils down to. Is that selfish? Kinda. But at the same time, you can't blame them for that either. It's just a matter of what you can deal with.
And on the flip side of that, it's, you know what I'm saying, they should be looking at like, damn, they handling their business. They don't need me. You know what I'm saying? They want me there. There's a difference if you need that person, him or her, instead of just wanting them there. I tell niggas all the time, you don't want to fight child support, baby. Make sure she don't need you financially, baby. Any other category she can need you in. But financially, leave that hoe alone, baby.
Nah, if you have more than 1 kid, I'm sorry, I can't date you. It ain't happening. I can't take care of 3 people. I'm sorry. It ain't happening. If you have 1 kid, we good, and we gonna leave it at that.
Well, I hope this makes the final cut, but I'm gonna just say this again. Ladies, especially, I just really want to get this off my chest. Do not whatsoever feel pressured to try to date a man with kids when you're in your prime, because I'm really just here to tell you, you have options. Single mothers are not valued on the dating market the same way single fathers are, and that is a fact. So I just feel like curb them with the same strength that men curb single mothers.